Riven by Janet Barker. He is my son. Obviously, I love him, and it is precisely for that reason that I must kill him. I can see you are shocked and think me evil. I do, however, have a heart, somewhere in my distant core, separate from my rational brain. Nowadays, society dictates that emotions are messy. They delude and delay us when decisiveness is required. In a ruthless, competitive world, with everyone battling for supremacy, the heart is indeed our downfall. My son embraces this new world. Soon, by government decree, he will have no heart. Being considered a defunct inconvenience, it will be removed like an appendix, leaving him a grotesque parody of himself, an automation. Vainly, I search for tantalizing glimpses of the child he once was. The dimple has long since vanished in his now unsmiling face. His eyes have always been heavy-lidded, so it is not the drugs. Now the lids act like shutters on his soul in a futile attempt to conceal the burning hatred that emanates from him. There is so little time before any flicker of compassion will be extinguished. Meanwhile, he stands, clinically observing in the breathing shadows that ironically appear more human than him. I believe in the tireless trilogy of the soul, mind, and heart. It is devastating that he believes in nothing. I worry that I overindulged him, spoilt him even, all in a frantic attempt to negate the future I feared he faced. Ancestral spectres sigh from the corridor. Even they recoil from crossing the threshold, too appalled by this frightening world, one they never envisaged as they probed the far reaches of science by the light of their guttering candles. Generation pitted against generation, both engaged to the death in a primeval combat. He, like every youth, convinced he is invincible, whilst I fight to protect him from an apocalyptic future devoid of humanity. The chip in my brain, yes, you see, I'm not entirely removed from technology, relentlessly pulses, kill, kill. I know it must be obeyed, yet why do I tremble? It might be possible, of course, that far from being one, we may possess two selves. Perhaps there is a technical malfunction in the veined circuits of my brain. I suspect it is my heart, that irrational fountain of emotion that previous generations were exhorted to follow. The heart is indeed our downfall. I cannot. I cannot do it. I must. Still, my own son remains silent, a silence that stabs at my very being. With a goading contempt, I can see him coldly calculating. He concludes that I am incapable of carrying out the deed. Perhaps he is right. I probably am incapable, just as much as he is capable of piercing my pillowed flesh without scruple. In a dizzying seesaw of emotion, I teeter on the precipice of a civilization riven by a dark abyss as the new generation of others watch and wait for their opportunity.